How can I make mundane task more enjoyable? Mundane task. What's a mundane task? Okay, mundane task means like that key, like whatever the task that you want to do. Okay, how do you supposed to improve that task, or how do you supposed to kind of like a something like a boring task convert into kind of like something really new, so really good or really good way to kind of like execute. Okay, if you don't really understand example. Okay, uh so example is saying you are painting. Okay, so you are kind of like a somebody painting. So doing a painting while kind of like a doing a painting, sometimes na painting is a kind of like a something very long process. Okay, so you kind of like a became little bit of bore in during this process. So so if you started listening music, okay, then you would kind of like a do painting really well. Okay, like basically I did kind of like a something experience this thing like when I was in the office. Okay, usually I was kind of like a CAD design modeler. Okay, computer aided design modeler. So usually it's kind of like a something I was kind of like a design some sort of 3D model at computer software like AutoCAD. Okay, AutoCAD Inventor, things like that. Okay, so during this process now, I was kind of like a something. The process is kind of like a something very familiar. Like I know every tools and things and something like that. So I was kind of like a creating that kind of like a design. It take kind of like a so much time. Okay, it take kind of like so much time. So instead of kind of like a something just like a it became little bit of bore. Okay, so what do I do is that I was kind of like a listen the music, and then I started doing this thing. So it will it will kind of like a something improve my quality, improve my kind of like a quality, not quality, but I don't know, the entire process became something really enjoyable, something really that really good, something really great. Okay, so this is how I kind of like a something convert a mundane task into little bit of interesting way to do that thing. Okay, uh, um, is it multitask? Like basically you are kind of like a doing the design and simultaneously you are listening the music. So is it multitasking? Well, it's is it? I'm not really sure. Okay, why? Because like basically you are listening, so you're not doing any kind of like a stuff to listen. You just kind of like a have whatever the ears that you have, and you are kind of like a listening stuff. Okay, so basically it's not multitasking. Like basically what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that you are playing badminton, like you are playing badminton and simultaneously you are kind of like a playing cricket. Okay, so this is kind of like a something two different tasks, and that really required a movement on two different things. Okay, so you can't do both at the same time, like a badminton and playing cricket at the same time. You can't do that. Okay, so this is kind of like a something multitasking, which is kind of like a create not so good. Okay, but listening music while painting or while kind of like a doing things, it kind of like a something improve little bit of productivity. I'm not really sure, but I experienced this thing. I feel really good. I feel kind of like a something. I don't know how do I supposed to explain it. It felt something really that little less boring. Okay, but if I'm kind of like a without any music, just kind of like a doing that stuff, I don't know. It became it's really hard to get focus into that thing. So probably okay, So this is how I kind of like a something convert mundane task into little bit of enjoyable. Okay, should I continue even more? Like there are a couple of there are a couple of kind of like some pointers are here. Turn into games, listening something engaging. Okay, that I do. The movement of dancing, like incorporate of stretching, dancing, involve others, create reward system, use visual appearance, shift your mindset. Oh these are kind of like a something way that you could kind of like a something. Okay, it's a kind of like a something that na ki. Uh, Giving kind of like a little treat to yourself that you did something really good probably, but this is also really good. I haven't really tried those things. Okay, what are those things? Like what exactly is this thing? Okay, like basically create the reward system. Okay, this is kind of like a some topic that I wanted to talk. Okay, what's the reward system? So basically is this thing na ki whatever the kind of like assembly work that you do. Okay, example is that ki you are coding. Okay, so you are coding for almost like a 3 hour and you need a kind of like assembly break. Okay, but you can't do break. You are kind of like assembly in deadline. So basically when you are kind of like a continuously doing your work for non-stop, then it kind of like a something hampered yourself. So probably take a break and take a kind of like a something after you done your 4 hour of shift, you just kind of like a take a break and went somewhere else, kind of like a drink a coffee or something like that, and be kind of like a giving yourself little bit of reward regarding about drinking coffee, or talk to other employees and things like that. After a couple of minute, or like a 10-20 minute, then probably you start doing your work again. And then yeah, this might be kind of like a something, a reward system that you gonna do it to yourself. It kind of like somebody help you probably, I'm not really sure. Yeah, but these are kind of like a something mundane tasks to get more like a, to convert more mundane tasks into a little bit of enjoyable. All right, yeah. So this is I should supposed to end here, and thank you.